Welcome in, Cancerians. I'm Maria at Indigo Earth, and I'm here to do a general reading for you, our water signs Cancer. Good to have you here. Welcome in, Cross Watchers. As always, feel free to swap around the characters as need be throughout the reading. And anytime that you come across this reading and you were drawn into it was the time that you were meant to listen to it. Messages coming through should reflect some aspect of your current situation as well as an inner knowing. So if it fits, wonderful. If not, don't try to make it fit. It is a general reading, so it might not resonate with everybody. For those that it does resonate with, I will have an extended at the end of this video, which is in the description box below, and I will explore zodiac signs that come through in your reading. Any zodiac signs that come through can be about an intimate partner, intimate connection, as well as background players, friends, family, colleagues, children, parents, best friends, associates, anybody that influences your energy field. So keep that in the back of your mind as we go through the reading. And as always, thank you for supporting the channel by liking and subscribing, helping the channel grow so other Cancerians can get the messages that might be needed for them. Know that your support is honored and it is appreciated. So let's see where we go with you today. This is a message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This is a message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. This is a message for those watching, please. Message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Message for those watching, please. All right, here we go. So, overall theme for the reading. We have the Ten of Pentacles. This is about home and hearth. This is about the everyday, day-to-day, how you make a living, what you do with your life, your routine, family, immediate family, blended family. So let's see what's going on with this. Your overall energy. Well, we have the Devil in reverse, so I'm going to keep it in reverse because it came out in reverse. Breaking free of some unhealthy attachments. Maybe with some family members. Let's see what your situation is. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is like wanting to move forward. Like it's like you got one foot moving ahead, but there's one foot that's still kind of hanging on to lingering energies. So let's see what your opportunity is. Page of Pentacles. New trajectories, new friends, new situations, learning, studying, moving forward, moving into kind of a new phase. Let's see what the universe is co-creating with you. Knight of Wands, inspiration, taking action. Could be an opportunity coming through here for you. Could just be getting a real clear sense of direction, getting inspired, wanting something that's a little bit more about your ingenuity, something that's more original to you. So let's see how you got here. We have the Knight of Cups. It came out reverse. I'm going to keep it that way. Normally I don't do reverses, but they've been showing up a lot more in the readings. And I don't do reverses only because life is complicated enough. Doesn't need to be all this complicated. Like, just let the message come through as it needs to come through, right? But we do have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So, this could be kind of shutting yourself off, shutting your heart space off. So let's see what's right around the corner for you. There we go. The World, endings and beginnings. Something is cycling itself through for you. Something has kind of come to a completion. There's been a mastery on some level here. I think you kind of know it because sometimes when the Devil shows up, this is the overall energy. It could be about unfavorable circumstances or unfavorable people around you. So let's see what's fading away. We have the Three of Cups in reverse. So this could just be generally social angst. Kind of forces outside of yourself that are just dragging on you. Not really lifting you up. Just kind of like sucking your life force energy out. Just feels ugh. So let's see what your outside influences are. We have the Knight of Swords. So this could just be people giving their opinions, telling you what to do. Everybody's got an answer. Everybody knows the right way. Everybody, this is people's perceptions and ideas, like, coming at you. It doesn't have to be a lot. It could just be one or two. It could be, you know, could just be the system in general. Just, this is the way that we do things here, and this is how things are going to get done, and you either comply or you, there's the door, right? What are your next steps? Four of Swords, take a break. This is about kind of sitting back, observing, not absorbing. Shutting it all off for a while. And so let's see where you're going. Future possibilities. We've got the Hanged Man. Again, time to take a break a little bit. So you can gain a new perspective. This is like a temporary pause for you. Something that's going to kind of bring you in a space where you can do some assessing and some recategorizing, reorganizing, so maybe you can see things from another perspective, look at things a little differently. So overall, this seems to be a little bit more situational than it does life-changing, kind of the day-to-day things. You've got two major arcanas here. So it's the day-to-day things are building into some kind of change here for you. Something within, around you, something that encompasses you, just seems to give you not good vibes. Could be a family situation or a family member. I feel like you're shutting down from them. Like you're kind of in it, Two of Wands, but not of it. So let's see what this is all about. Let's find out, Cancer, what's going on. So your situation is a Two of Wands. Kind of looking out into the future. You know where you want to go. You can see it. You can smell it. You just can't touch it yet because you still got unfinished business behind you, or not behind, but unfinished business that still needs to be taken care of. But you're kind of done with the situation. You're kind of done with whatever this is that's giving you some social angst. So we got the Six of Pentacles. We got the Two of Cups. We got two twos here, so this is about duality. What's right, what's wrong, what's up, what's down. This is also about decision and change. And we got the Sun. I think you're starting to see clearly that something's not in balance. This is with an intimate connection. Could be with an intimate partner. We've got Leo showing up here. We've got Capricorn showing up here. We got Aquarius showing up here. It could be an intimate connection, but it's has to do with somebody that's very close to you, you're very connected to. And I think you're seeing that there might be somewhat of a imbalance. There's an imbalance in give and take in energies here. There seems to be some sort of unshared experience. Or maybe a shared experience, but it's one-sided. And I think you're starting to see it clearly. The sun. I think you're starting to get some insight on this. So let's keep going. You got the Page of Pentacles here. This is your opportunity. Learning something new. Gathering information. We have the Four of Cups. Somebody could be acting uninterested here. Maybe a new situation is trying to present itself and someone's acting uninterested. We have the Five of Wands and we have the Seven of Wands. Well, this is either you or the other person. Something is showing up here that seems to be kind of unfavorable. It's like you're wanting to break free from something. Could be it could be a connection, it could be friends, it could be family. Someone's kind of acting uninterested here. Uninterested, not available, doesn't really want anything to do with it. Kind of guarded, staying away. Just not interested in what's being offered here or what could be offered here. Wanting for something different, wanting to Page of Pentacles, wanting something new, wanting something that's a little bit more. This seems stale. It seems stale and it seems like it's run its course, whatever this is. So the opportunity is to either try to find what you can in the situation that does offer you some kind of reciprocity, some kind of hope, some kind of maybe trying to see the good in it instead of looking at what's not working. Maybe look at some of the things that are. But the opportunity is just being not really interested. Not really interested, kind of like maybe feeling unwanted. Somebody's feeling unwanted. So maybe it's time to look elsewhere. That might be the opportunity. Because if somebody's disinterested or making you feel like they're not unwanted, they're kicking up their heels, they're, not cooperating, there's no collaboration, it's just a very unfavorable situation, then it's kind of time to okay, well, it's not working, so maybe I need to go that way instead. Because that's your Two of Wands, right? That's your Two of Wands. You can stay in your comfort zone or you can take a risk and try something different. So let's see what the Knight of Wands is. This is what the universe is co-creating with you. So clarify what the Knight of Wands is for Cancer. Well, now we have the King of Cups upright. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a water sign here. Another water sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think whatever this is about, whether it's closing off your heart or you're dealing with the water sign, I think it's run its course. Ten of Wands. It's kind of run its course. There's really nowhere else to go. And so now it's time to put your attention and your focus elsewhere, if that makes sense. on something that maybe where you just don't feel so, not dead inside, but just kind of like blah inside. Something that gives you a little bit more inspiration, hope, passion, desire. Something that kind of gets that spark flying again. So let's see how you got here. Knight of Cups in reverse. Oh, that's not the king. That's a knight. Excuse me. That was the Knight of Cups in reverse. So there may have been some sort of I don't want to say apology, but maybe like a amending that was offered or wasn't offered. If it was offered, it wasn't taken very well. So we've got the Moon. We got the Page of Swords in reverse. And we got the Eight of Swords. I think you're keeping something to yourself, something that you want to say. I think it's kind of like you want to speak something, but I think you're like turning it inward more about yourself. Eight of Swords could be about old belief systems as well. You're keeping something to yourself. It could be either you wanted to maybe amend a situation or don't want to amend a situation or don't want a situation amended. You're kind of keeping that to yourself. You may be taking on some of the blame in this or taking some of the responsibility in this. But I also think you're starting to notice old belief systems in this situation, or this relationship is reflecting that to you. And I think that it's like feeling like, you know how you get that pit in that like feeling in the pit of your stomach that's just kind of like what you used to know just doesn't seem to like resonate with you anymore. That's what this seems to kind of be about. Like it's just maybe trying to keep something sustainable so that you don't come off cold-hearted, and that you're not like cutting people off, like just, you know, like you have no compassion or you have no, you know, sense of nurturing or empathy, but yet that's really what you feel. Like you're just kind of done with this whole thing. It's not giving you any kind of spark of life. So even if it did get amended, or someone did try to amend something, or you tried to amend something, it's kind of like, well, okay, but it's really not going to do any good. And it doesn't look like there's a lot of anger or anything here. It just looks like it's just become a situation that isn't functioning anymore. It's just, it's not functioning. So let's find out what's coming in here, because you got the World. So this could have something, we got the Ten of Pentacles. So this could be about a job. This could be about family members. This could be about a committed relationship that you're in, maybe. Could be have children involved. It kind of seems like the mundane has taken over. So let's see what the world is. This is endings and new beginnings. Something has cycled itself through. I mean, it doesn't seem to make it a happy situation, but it just kind of seems like it's you can't keep pretending. And it's not really that anybody is to blame here. It's just kind of the way the cycle went through in your life. So we have the 9 of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, there's something cycling out. We have the Emperor in reverse. And we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. I think you've run out of gas. Emotionally, you've run out of gas. Like, I think it's just an agitating situation now. It just seems to be agitating you. Even if you, like, try to, like, change your perspective a little bit, or maybe try to liven it up a little bit, or, you know, if this is like a situation where you're in a committed relationship and you do the date night thing, and, you know, you're trying to, but it just seems like it's run its course. Like, it's run its course. I don't know really that there's anybody to blame. I think it's just fizzled. Because you got the Emperor in reverse. That's just like giving up. And you got the Queen of Cups in reverse. So, you know, that's just... I'm not going to say that the love isn't there. Because, you know, love is a state of being. But I would probably say that the compassion and the empathy to tolerate has gone. It's just, it's becoming an unfavorable place. So let's see what the Knight of Swords is. So these are your outside influences. So this could be, you know... people bringing in their opinions, messages, coming in from other people, ideas, thoughts, communication. Could be anger. Take how that resonates with you. So clarify what this is down here. We have the King of Wands in reverse. We have the Hermit in reverse. And we have the Knight of Swords again. What's underneath that? Oh, we have the World. Change. I think that somebody might be telling you that they're changing, they're trying to change, they're trying to do better. Maybe things that they had not talked about or told you about before, they're now, you know, kind of like gonna try to turn this situation around. I also think that, like, the passion and the desire is just kind of lost its way. You got the Hermit in reverse. So, I mean, that's like... The Hermit in upright is kind of being quiet and serene and, you know, but in reverse, it's just like you're not looking for it anymore. You don't want to hear it. You're not looking for it. And this other person either might be communicating this to you or you might be communicating this to the other person. But I just think that there's been some kind of, you know, maybe it's covert instead of overt. Like it's not really being said, but it's understood. Those are like those messages that you're not saying it out loud, but you're kind of reading the signs, and it's kind of like, yeah, you know, the writing's on the wall, so to speak. So our next step right now is to, you know, step back. See how he's just kind of stepping back? He's in his own little place, in his own little corner, in his own little chair, kind of observing but not absorbing. So let's find out what this is all about for you. For a few of you, not all of you, but for some of you, this kind of looks like either menopause kind of coming through or kind of that midlife hump, that midlife, you know, obstacle coming in where kind of just the zest is kind of falling to the wayside a little bit. Well, a lot of it. That's for a few of you. And that's a natural process. And that's kind of a process where you are now being called to kind of become more introverted, more quiet, more about listening and observing than giving out your energy. That's for a few of you. So let's see what this Four of Swords is, your next step. We have the Three of Coins. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this is about working together. You know, you've got to take a break for yourself first. Like you cannot pour from an empty cup. And in order to kind of break the silence and to break kind of the coldness of all this, and kind of to break the resistance or the apathy, maybe to find common ground or different ways to work together on maybe certain goals or certain aspects, or maybe something that has nothing absolutely to do with the relationship, but maybe something that you both enjoy doing that you can build together. So say you both decide to take a class together that neither one of you knows anything about. I don't know, sewing, pottery, fishing, whale watching. I don't know, just, you know, whatever comes to mind. But to find a common ground to build together. Could be too that maybe you need to ask for help in this situation, or find a mentor to help through this so you can break away from some of the apathy and the coldness that have built up. Because it seems to be infiltrating kind of your lifestyle, your family, your friends. It's about, you know, getting some of this passion and energy back into your life. I mean, you have the desire, the desire is here, Page of Pentacles. The desire is here to, you know, do something different. But I think it's just that you've gotten to a place where it's just like, you're just tired of giving and disgusted with maybe the way people handle things or people do things, or kind of the way that people treat each other. kind of like a loss of desire for humanity and for life. In some aspects. Not all aspects, but in some. And maybe the way that, you know, it just seems very one-sided. So let's find out what the Hanged Man is. We'll get one more on this. So this could be a reflection of a relationship, or it could just be a reflection in general. So take it how it resonates. Because you've kind of lost your compassion and your empathy here. And it could be from, you know, maybe dealing with a relationship that's really just drained you. You've just kind of come to the end of your rope. And maybe that's a good thing. Because now you can kind of reassess your priorities on what's important and what works for you and what you want to work on. Something that will help, you know, something that will give you rest and rejuvenation, working with others, maybe that are more like-minded, that are kind of on the same, not wavelength, but the same kind of, because it's always good to have diversity, to see different points of view, but maybe just people who are more supportive and understand kind of how you're feeling at this time, maybe who have gone through some of this, who have found other ways of expression. But it definitely needs to take a pause here. So let's see what the Hanged Man is. Give me one more on the Hanged Man, please. And then we'll go through and see who's showing up in your reading here. And again, you know, there's not a whole lot of major arcana here, so this is somewhat situational. Kind of like a phase. So we've got the Hierophant, and we got the King of Swords. This is finding and gaining wisdom. Whatever this situation is presenting itself to you, there's a reason for the energy decrease, the kind of like just getting angst, apathy about stuff. There's a reason for it. And so that's the mystery here. The moon. That's the mystery here. And as I said before, some of you could be going through, you know, kind of some of that life changes stuff. Male gender goes through it too. Females are not the only one that go through menopause. Male gender also goes through menopause and biological changes and structure changes. So, and for others of you, you know, this is about, again, kind of cocooning back. Observe, don't absorb. So you can see things a little bit more clearly, because you do have the sun here in your situation. So you are starting to see things clearly. You are starting to see things differently. But this is how you're going to gain your wisdom and your understanding. I think this is also about, you know, structures and bonds and contracts and institutions and agreements and, you know, binding things that bind, institutions, control, placing limitations on stuff. I think you're starting to see it more clearly now. And so you're kind of going through this inner metamorphosis, and there may be people showing up on the outside that are reflecting that now, because, you know, that's kind of your mirror, like, yeah, I am going through that, acknowledging it. But you have the world twice. So this is about endings and beginnings. Maybe the old way of how you saw things, the old belief systems, are just starting to crumble and crack. Things are looking a little differently now. So now you're going to have to refocus what the universe is working on with you. Refocus about what really brings you passion and desire and where you want to put your energy. Knight of Wands. Because where your energy has been isn't working anymore. It's just bringing more it's like bringing more flatline. Whether it's in a relationship or whether it's just in general, or it's with family, or if it's with friends, or, you know, whatever it's with. You want to get your happy back. But right now you're going through a little bit of a phase, and it's okay. Nothing's wrong. It's just you're starting to, it's a metamorphosis. You're starting to kind of look at things that no longer give you joy. Maybe there was a false sense of security in those things, and now you're starting to see things a little bit more clear where, okay, you know what? Maybe I need to do, not that you don't have to do anything, actually. You can just watch and observe and then kind of gather your information and make a decision on where do I go from here. So we have, you're showing up in your own reading, Pisces, Cancer. We have Sagittarius. We have Aquarius showing up. We have Capricorn. We have Leo. We have Virgo. We have Aquarius again. Aquarius is kind of loud here. And then we have Taurus, and we have Pisces. So I'll look at those in the extended, as well as actions and advice for you moving forward. For those of you not going on, let's get a message of divine guidance to you. This is from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck by John Holland. So this is guidance and a message for Cancer, please. We got moving on. We have deception, and we have awareness. I didn't see deception coming up on in here in your reading. Seven of Swords did not show up, but it could just be an overall feeling of like maybe the way the systems or the ideas that you had believed to be true, the belief systems, aren't really that true anymore. Time to change them. So let's look at these. We got moving on. You're about to embark on a much-needed journey to leave the past behind. This card lets you know that there's light at the end of the tunnel, and it signifies that the time has arrived in which a difficult cycle in your life is coming to an end. In the traditional tarot, this card implies traveling or going forward, involving crossing water or even moving abroad. Calmer waters are ahead, and with all the lessons you've learned from past experiences, you're approaching this period having grown. And you're so much stronger for it. The healing process is underway, and now you can set your goals, your desires, and your objectives to secure a more positive and successful future. Because your mind is more settled and less worried, synchronistic events will bring the right conditions and introduce people into your life for your highest good. So that's where your Four of Swords and your Hanged Man comes in. When you become settled and a little less worried. And right after this is deception and envy. So to be forewarned is to be forearmed. This card comes in a time when individuals or conditions aren't what they appear to be. So that's how I think this reading is. Conditions aren't how they appear to be. How well do you really know the people around you, and are they telling you everything you need to know? In business, make sure you gather all the necessary information so that you're aware of and understand all facts before continuing. You've worked hard. Don't let others take from you what is rightly yours. Unfortunately, some people may be envious of your accomplishments. This card also represents a time of sudden and unexpected changes, or when plans that you're undertaking may not turn out exactly the way you envision. Have a plan B and a fallback strategy. Use this card as a reminder to be prepared. It's better to be prepared than unprepared. And then awareness. This card is one of the key reminders that you already possess all of the tools to guide and direct you in your life, whether it's wisdom, intuition, psychic skill, creativity, self-motivation, love, willpower, physical ability, or just pure courage. They're all a part of you. Once you learn to tap into and use them, you'll be amazed by the power and effect they can have. You have the ability to allow the universe to work in partnership with you, and together you can manifest change in whatever the desire may be and bring about a positive outcome. This card represents your ability to set ideas into motion and to watch them grow. This card is often drawn when you're ready to switch directions, start a new project, or change careers. Now is the time to use visualizations and affirmations as you veer away from negativity. Tap into the tools you already possess. So that's what I have for you this week, Cancer. I hope this helped. And until next time, may the peace that passes all understanding embrace the essence of your being. And for those of you going on, the link is below in the description box for the extended, and I'll see you over there. Bye-bye.